What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy West here, coach of your Carolina Panchams, bringing you week 4 of the HQPL, the Highscore Headquarters Pokemon League, joined, as always, by my assistant coach, Pebbles, the Carolina Pancham. Now, this week is something special. We are going up against Malakai, or as you may know him as, JewDo. He is my Pokebro-in-crime. We play all of our locks together when we do the Delta lock of Pokemon Insurgents. We are in the middle of a randomized Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver that is coming back, I promise. I just haven't gotten around to editing those. They will be coming back as well. So we are very close, and so this week I'm going to have a great time in absolutely destroying him in this battle, hopefully. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on and show you what I'm bringing. So this week, Togekiss is making its reappearance. We're bringing Air Slash, Ancient Power, Defog, Soft Boiled. Pretty easy set. We want to bring Defog because he does like to set up hazards with Shuckle. We actually have some more for that later, but it's going to remove all of his hazards he sets up if he gets them up. We're bringing Soft Boiled just to give us a little bit of recovery in case an Ice Punch from the Mega Lopunny comes through. How to change the ability to Swing Grace. That'd have been bad if it didn't have it. We're rocking full HP, full special defense with a 4 special attack. Going to give us just enough bulk to survive some hits. It's going to also give us just enough special attack to hopefully OHKO some things, especially if we can get an Ancient Power boost. Our biggest threat this week is going to be our Infernape. Now we're running something pretty cheeky with this Infernape. Every week Michael has played, he has led off with Shuckle. And his big thing is you don't mess with that Shuckle. This week, we're going to try and mess with that Shuckle. Infernape is calced at full 252 speed. He's a Jolly Nature. He's going to outspeed Shuckle. If Shuckle had a Choice Scarf times like 5, he's going to outspeed him every time. And we're going to be running Taunt. We're going to get that Taunt off first turn. We're going to keep Shuckle from setting anything up. Next, we're going to put up our own Stealth Rocks on the following turn. That's going to clear us a pathway for the rest of the match. Everything is going to be taking Stealth Rock damage because he doesn't have any sort of hazard removal. And when Shuckle goes for that knockoff, he's going to go for it. That's going to be Michael's second move of the match. I guarantee it. We're going to eject button out of there, and we can switch either into Lantern, Trevenant, or Latios, and we'll be good to go. I'll show you why Latios in a second. It's going to really just keep messing with his Shuckle. It's going to be great. I'm very excited. So he's also rocking Close Combat Fire Blast. Fire Blast is going to hit Shuckle a lot harder than Close Combat will. So we're running a little bit of mixed, naive style Infernape. It's going to be, I think it's going to help us very well. Fire Blast is also going to help us hit the Gengar kind of hard. Having to run Close Combat just for coverage against the Goodra, that's going to be a big issue for us. So hoping to keep an eye on some of his upper tier threats, but overall I'm feeling pretty good. So next, as you can imagine, Metagross will be returning. It always does. We're rocking that same Rock Polish, Zen Headbutt, Meteor Mash, and Ice Punch set. It's carried us tried and true. Ice Punch does in a good bit of work against Goodra. I calced it before, but I don't remember. I might have a chance to OHKO, actually. Rock Polish is going to get our speed up, while else be the Mega Lopunny. We do not go down to high jump kick and one hit, so we'll be able to Rock Polish up, and then Zen Headbutt will OHKO Lopunny, barring we don't miss, which I don't think we will. So we should be good to go there. Meteor Mash is just for general, get our stats up in case we get the attack boost. And then Ice Punch, like I said, is for the Goodra. It's going to hit, it's for the Salamence. It's going to hit, no, he didn't have Salamence. He's going to hit a lot of things hard anyways. Next, we're bringing Lantern for what's possibly the first time in the HQPL. We're bringing him for a lot of reasons. The Volt Switch is going to be great. I wanted a strong pivot. It's a slow Volt Switcher. It's going to hit a lot of things, be able to get in and get out. So it's going to help us in a lot of instances, especially with no hazards. We're going to be able to switch in on something, and Michael's probably going to overpredict, and we can switch back out with Volt Switch, is my current goal. It's really going to help us up against the Goodra. That's going to be very effective. Because I'm rocking Assault Vest for that Goodra. I'm also running Ice Beam and Dazzling Gleam to try and get some damage off. I think it's also going to help us against the Gengar, is my goal. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's what I'm hoping for. So next, we are bringing Trevenant with Horn Leech, Leech Seed, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. Now that is going to be very, 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 very helpful. It's going to dwindle down his team. If we switch out of Infernape and go into Trevenant, I can get chip damage, massive chip damage off on that Shuckle, and it's going to take him down really quick. With both Leech Seed and Will-O-Wisp, all he's going to be able to do is knock off, get rid of our Citrus Berry. Hopefully we can keep him around for more. I definitely want to burn things like the Goodra, get a Leech Seed on the Goodra. If we can find a way to burn Mega Lopunny, I doubt it because Mega Lopunny does get scrappy, but I'm hoping for a chance to switch in something, get a burn off of Mega Lopunny would be fantastic. It's also going to dwindle down a lot of his upper tier threats. To be honest with you, I'm not really worried about this team, but I'm going to keep playing hard. And last is our Latios. Now it's going to put in the finest of work. We are rocking Choice Scarf because a Psy Shock to the Gengar will OHKO as long as he's not running Focus Sash, and he never does. He always runs Wide Lens. What I'm expecting him to do is go for some Wide Lens, Hypnosis shenanigans. Choice Scarf will outspeed 100% of the time, and we will OHKO him instantly. Draco Meteor is going to hit the Goodra for massive damage. Psyshock will also hit the Mega Lopunny for a ton of damage. Doesn't do much to Shuckle. However, I am running Trick Latios for the Shuckle itself. If I can get a Choice Scarf on the Shuckle, that Pokemon is going to be effectively useless. I'll get my leftovers on Latios and we'll be good to go. That's the only reason I'm bringing Trick. If there is an instance where I need to put it on, I can possibly put a Choice Scarf on something like the Goodra, something like the Gengar, possibly. That makes me a little nervous, but I wouldn't mind doing it if necessary. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut into the battle, and your Pancham should walk away 4-0 in the HQPL. We'll see you then. Welcome back, everybody, and here we are going up against Michael and the Fighting Flamecocks. So, we see, as I kind of expected, the Tornadus, Gengar, Goodra, Mega Lopunny, Shuckle, and Houndoom set. Now, I am still predicting him to lead with Shuckle, and so going on that prediction, I am going to go ahead and lead with Infernape and see what happens. He does lead with Shuckle. This could work perfectly. So we've been preparing for this. Let's go ahead and get off that taunt, see what happens. I'm really expecting him to go for the Sticky Web or something. He goes for Stealth Rock. Okay, awesome. So we're going to go ahead and go for our own Stealth Rocks, see what we can get up. We get them up. He goes for the knockoff, just like I expected. Our eject button doesn't go off. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. That didn't work like I thought it would. Probably should have done red card instead. That's interesting. Okay. So from here, he's just going to be able to go for knockoff. I feel good going for Fire Blast and seeing how much that does. We're invested really heavy into special attack. Okay, goes into Flappy Bird. So we'll go ahead and get off our Fire Blast. I don't know if we still have to be able to check his speed real quick. So he goes up to 375. We go up to 346. So we will not outspeed. He's probably going to go for Hurricane. In which case, the best bet for us to go to will be Togekiss or Metagross. He doesn't do much against Metagross, although he could fire off a Focus Blast. And if it hit, it could do a lot. So I think our best bet is to go into Togekiss. He goes for the Hurricane. It crits us. Okay. And we're confused. That's not good. But he's Life Orb, so he goes down next turn anyways. I think we should just go ahead and go for a soft boil to see what we can get up. He goes for the knockoff. He's going to knock off our leftovers. Hopefully we can get off this soft boil and we get hurt ourselves. Okay, so this is not the best situation, but it's also not the worst. So he goes into his touches kids at night thing. I feel good in switching out into Infernape because Infernape has done about everything it's good for. Now we could go into Lantern. That's always a possibility. Lantern is not going to put in as much work now that the Tornadus is down. It can always Scald the Shuckle, but I feel good going into Lantern. Then we can switch back out into Togekiss. Sleep Claws will activate. He'll go for Dream Eater if I had to guess. If he tries to put me to sleep, he tries to put me to sleep. Okay, so he goes for Dream Eater. I feel confident in going for a soft-boiled, or going out into Metagross. No, I'm just gonna go for soft-boiled. He goes for Hypnosis. Can't do it because of the Sleep Clause. He didn't count on that. I'm going to go ahead and go for... He's probably gonna go for Sludge Wave this turn. Now, I don't know what takes it. I think my best bet is just to go for Ancient Power and go for damage and possibly a stat raise. So he goes for Sludge Wave, does a lot. That's not great. If I can get my speed up, okay, so I don't get my stats up. I'm not getting recovery. This is not a great use of Togekiss. At this point, Togekiss is probably valuable against things like the Houndoom, like the Megalopoly if I can get my stats up. I predict him to go for another Sludge Wave, so I think my best bet is to go out into Metagross, which will be immune. I don't know what else he's running, maybe Shadow Ball? Thunder, okay. So he's running Thunder. That did a ton. Crap. Okay. So Metagross is actually pretty low because of this Gengar. And that's not the best thing in the world for us. I think going out in a Lantern is our best bet, predicting him not to switch. He goes for Hypnosis again. Okay, so Sleep Clause is getting to him. I kind of just want to go for Scald and go for damage. Sludge Wave isn't doing much. We are Assault Vest. Let's go for Scald again. He goes for Dream Eater. It does a pretty good amount. Lantern's still asleep. We're not getting his Wake Up like I need. I don't want to switch into anything. Okay, so he goes for Thunder. Thank God. We get our Volt Absorb off. We're still asleep. I need his Wake Up, guys. This is very important. We're not in the worst shape because Psyshock will still outspeed and knock him out. We did Wake Up. We get a Scald off. Do we get the burn? We do not. So knowing that, he's probably going to go for Sludge Wave. It will take us out if he goes for it. Okay, so he does. That's fine. I'm going to get in my Latios. I'm going to be able to go for Psyshock, and I'm going to be able to outspeed, and that's what's important. So we're going to go for Psyshock. If he goes into Houndoom, he goes into Houndoom. We have counters for that, no problem. So Gengar's gone. That's the 2 of the 3 big threats are out of the way, and that's what's important. So Shuckle does come back out. He's going to set up his Rocks, which isn't the worst thing because it means I can bring in Togekiss for free. He goes for Sticky Web. I can Soft Boiled up. And most he can do is go for a knockoff. He sets up his Stealth Rocks. I'm going to get one more Soft Boiled up so I'm at full health. And then I'm just going to go for... It goes for Toxic. Not the greatest thing, but I can go ahead and defog and get those hazards out of the way. So it goes for Knockoff, does 2 damage. Admittedly, the Toxic is going to be a big factor. I'm just going to try and go for Air Slash here. He goes into Little Hentai, the Goodra. Admittedly, I'm not doing great in this matchup. Just because of the Toxic. And so, what I want to do... I don't know if he's going to predict the switch. I think Trevenant is a great switch here. Lantern was my dedicated Goodra response. Okay, so he goes for Sludge Bomb, no real problem. Do get the poison though, that's unfortunate. But it's the game we play. I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp and get the burn so I can get some residual damage. Then I can just go ahead and protect. I should be... Okay, so this should pop my Citrus. Go for the Will-O-Wisp, and it lands. That's good. It's going to give me some residual. I'm going to go for Protect and hopefully get my Harvest up. That's my big wish here. So he goes for Draco. It doesn't connect, thank God. We were protecting. So I'm getting my Citrus back up. That's important. I'm predicting him. Let's see, we've seen Sludge Bomb and Draco Meteor, so I can't go into Togekiss yet. That would be my best option. Really, Infernape is going to clean up, I think, the rest of his Mons, predicting I outspeed the Megalopoly before Mega Evolution is going to go for Fake Out. So, really, with my harvest of my Citrus Berry, I'm not predicting a big switch. I'm going to go for Leech Seed. I know that he is immune to some grass moves. Okay, so he didn't have the ability. So we're going to get Burn and Leech Seed damage off. I don't get my Harvest, which is unfortunate. I'm just going to go for Protect. Try and stall him out one more turn. He goes for Sludge Bomb. Hopefully I'll harvest my Citrus Berry. That would be the best thing for us. If I don't, I don't. Okay, so I don't. And we don't outspeed, sadly. It looks like Trevenant is going to go down, but sacrificing Trevenant for Goodra is a good trade in my book. So the only thing I can go for is a Horn Leech Maybe he'll miss something. Okay, goes for Sludge Bomb. Actually, I might live to knock him out. So I get a knockout. Trevenant does survive. I get my speed lower, but that's not a huge issue. Okay, so the poison does take us out. Alright, so I'm predicting him to go into either Shuckle or Mega Lopunny. Knowing him, it'll probably be Shuckle, but no matter what, Infernape is a good lead for me. Okay, goes into Shuckle, which means I can. I'm going to go for Close Combat, predicting the switch into Lopunny. Predicting he'll think I'm going to go for Taunt. So either if he goes into Lopunny, if he stays in, okay, does 29%. It's not great. Sticky Web is up, sadly, which means he's probably going to go for Stealth Rocks. Now, I could predict that and switch into Togekiss and go for another Defog, which isn't terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Togekiss. When he gets his rocks back up, I'm just going to defog a second time. The most he can do is knock off me, or he can go for another set of hazards. At this point, it's kind of a stall match. I'm going to try and get off an Ancient Power and hopefully get my stats up. Okay, so he goes into his Hound of Hell. Houndoom's evasion is down. Houndoom doesn't do a ton to me. Houndoom doesn't have any... Really, he just knows Dark and Fire Stab. So, I'm going to go for Soft World. Barring a crit, okay, goes for Nasty Plot, which, I mean, it's going to raise him a little bit, but I feel comfortable going for Ancient Power. I don't think Houndoom's going to do anything to me, so he goes for Dark Pulse. Doesn't do much, I resist. Get off my Ancient Power, it does a lot. That Toxic's really starting to hit me, so I don't know if I'm going to live. I should live in with Dark Pulse if he goes for it. He goes for Fire Blast. Okay, it takes me out. So no worries there, because Infernape does outspeed. Infernape will OHKO with Close Combat. I'm not worried about that. And then we're down to just Shuckle and Mega Lopunny. Okay, well, yes! Okay, so Mega Lopunny does not actually see the field. We do get a Close Combat off. We take it out. No problem at all. That leaves us with just Shuckle, and that leaves us with Houndoom. So I feel good going for Taunt here. Most he can do is knock off after that. Shuckle's pretty much useless. And we're in a very good position, because I can just fire off Close Combats from Infernape. It'll one more hit and it takes out the Shuckle. Our speed is down, kind of far, but we get outsped. I've got the Metagross and I've got Latios in the back. I do not worry about this Houndoom. Houndoom does potentially have a chance to sweep, but I'm just not worried. I don't think he can do enough to my Infernape to knock us out from this range. And so we hit him. We actually outspeed somehow, and boom! Oh, that feels good. So your Carolina Panchams are now 4-0, headed into week 5 of the HQPL. There are only 7 weeks, so we have 2 more games in the bye week. We are doing awesome. Carolina Panchams came through. Gotta thank my assistant coach Pebbles for helping coach me through, helping me build these sets. Thank you guys so much for watching.